Right, well, good evening. Welcome once again. We are here back for another go on Final Fantasy VII. We have a bonus stream for you tonight where I'm hopefully going to be taking on the special battle arena and also crapping my pants as I try to fight the Ruby and Emerald Weapons super boss fight.
Back for another go
God help
on
me
Final
with
Fantasy
those.
VII.
Now, chat box is open as normal, so for those of you out there who've got any comments, you're more than welcome to get them in. Now, before I do anything, I just need to quickly sort the sound out, actually, because I was talking to one of the guys on the chat here the other day, and it was very, very loud as it was, so I'm going to change that down a bit, make it a bit better. So, let's get started by going through Special Battle Arena. For those out there watching on the stream tonight, the chat box is open. You can also like, share, and subscribe if you enjoy the stream. If you do decide that you're going to subscribe, please make sure you click the little bell. It'll give you the notification anytime I go streaming. The next game after this will be Wild Arms 3. I've got a copy, it is working, and since quite a few of you have shown interest in that particular JRPG, that's what I'll be playing next. So let's get going. Maybe you're good enough for the battle. Let's do it. Alright, I'll show them. Here we go! Now I'm just hoping I don't break my materia. Down 5 levels. Ah, my counter-attack has robbed my Omnislash move. Boo! And here was me planning to do the amazing, constantly cast attacks, constantly use Omnislash. Now I've got to do it the old-fashioned way. Almost like a mini Omnislash in many ways, that. It's pretty cool. Half HP. Oh, that's annoying. command materia is broken. Boo! And all you can do now is keep attacking. This ain't going too badly so far. Oh, 0 MP. Well, I didn't need that. 0 MP. Time for the Northern Cross. Whatever that is. Oh, now I've got no magic material. And it's the Proud Clod. Well, that's frustrating. Unfortunately, I could just summon the Knights of the Round. What was once a boss early on is now a voluntary bonus fight, should you want to do it. There is something monumentally cool about Knights of Round. Maybe it's because I'm British and I'm like, therefore I'm bound to like the Legend of King Arthur. And he's still alive. Yeah, Phil Smith saying it makes the game not boring when you know you're going to insta-win. I haven't insta-won, that's the thing, I haven't insta-won. So, you're actually wrong. And for once, I've not actually insta-won the battle. And of course, I've got no magic material either, so unless I do the whole... use the turbo weaver and carry on battling, but I want to see how much attack power I can keep on going with this thing. Oh, there's that. And you're right, Phil Smith, it is deserved after you get the gold chocobo. But that's what matters more than anything, the final attack materia. That is what I wanted, because it's an amazing materia that simply allows you to summon it with any attack, and you can use that whenever you're killed. Well, the right strategy with that is to pair it with the Summon Phoenix, where of course what happens is, if you are killed, you immediately come back when you use Phoenix, and it gives your characters all life too. Bunch of kids all heading on their way to fight in the battle arena, starting them young. That sounds like Dio, doesn't it? Well, that was Special Battle. So now we've got a choice. Do we go to the desert and fight Ruby Weapon, or do we go to the bottom of the sea and battle Emerald Weapon? Whatever choice is made, the first thing I'm going to do is quickly take advantage of being inside the High Wind, where I can do a rest and a save at any time I want, because it's a bloody good strategy. Now then. There it is, final attack. And Phoenix. As for in here, for triple growth, yeah, why not? Ruby, first we're saying that Ruby Weapon is probably easier. I'm not sure if Ruby Weapon is easier, to be honest. I really don't know. As for the prize, though, well, disappointingly, it's a gold chocobo. And I've already got one. But I will say this, it's more the fight, it's more the achievement of actually defeating the weapon that everyone wants to do it for. So that is probably where it's going to be. And as you can see, my Cloud and my Sid are pretty much level 99. So look at Barrett, meanwhile, only level 67. So a real opportunity for Barrett to gain some much needed health. And speaking of health, can't help to give it some more of these. Oh. Instrumentalists say good luck, Emerald Weapon takes a while, and Ruby can be genuinely difficult. You are not wrong. That's probably the understatement of the century. Ruby is a little more than difficult, he is appallingly hard. But I will say, it's actually well worth the fight. So, that could be useful actually, Magic Plus at 50%. Right. Well, the idea of flipping a coin is a great one. There's just one problem. I seem to be severely lacking in coins. Let me see if I can find one. Right, okay. Phil, since it was your idea, call it. Which side is Ruby? Which side is Emerald? Which one's heads? Which one's tails? No, he's just calling heads, so here we go, let's see what we got. Hang on, let me do so you can hear it. Right, Emerald is heads and Ruby is tails, according to Phil. Here we go then. And it's landed on heads. We're going after Emerald weapon first. So that's going to require a little jury rigging to get around a certain move of his, which is annoyingly based off how much material you have. To the submarine, here we go! Better make sure I don't accidentally trigger the fight with Ruby weapon now. That would have been a fail. As I said, I'm also going to be starting streaming playing Wild Arms 3 tomorrow night. It's going to be the first stream that will be live at the same time as usual. So then, right, what material can I afford to lose here? One, two, three. One more materia. Which one can I let go? He's okay because he's only got 8. Need to lose a materia here. Which one do I lose? Actually. Well, you see, Instrumental Artistry, it's all well and good saying keep materia that you need to level up that you also need. Having said that, I don't need to level it up, but do I have any alls that are not master? There are plenty of alls that are not master, but I don't think any of them... I say, I'm going to risk going aggressive. I'm going to risk an aggressive strategy and take out the final attack. I'm going to be aggressive. I'm probably going to regress it, but I'm going to go aggressive. Yes. Phil Smith was saying he still loves the creepy overworld music post-summon of Meteor. It's true, actually. It's really interesting how it sounds. It's really nasty and dirty. I like it a lot. Right. For better or worse, dive, dive, dive. Let's see how quickly I get my arse kicked. Because this is one battle I have not fought in a very, very long time. Oh, there he is. He's like, you want to get to the Gelnica, do you? Well, tough, because I'm guarding the oceans. Okay, deep breath. Here we go! Instrumental Artistry simply says good luck. Yeah, I'm gonna need it. afraid to say you are going to get used to seeing the summon quite a lot.
I mean, I could be merciful and put it on triple speed. And if enough of you out there get tired of seeing it, that's what I'll do. Well, that's one turn survived. I've managed to survive one turn. And fingers crossed my strategy of HP absorb has also worked. And it has. Mr. Flash is saying they're fine with the normal speed. Well, good. I'm pleased. Phil Smith says he calls it a victory surviving one turn. Yeah, that's a good answer. Having said that, if you think these weapons are hard, try fighting Omega Weapon in Final Fantasy V. Oh my god, is that the most sadistic optional boss I've ever seen? Forget the one in Final Fantasy VIII, Omega Weapon in Final Fantasy V. That is hardcore. In the words of Christopher Walken, good for you. Good for you. I can't do his voice. I really can't. Meanwhile, Phil Smith saying Adamantoise in Final Fantasy 15 or 13. I've seen those fights. They seem more long than anything. Awful as well, don't get me wrong. Of course, it's worth going through the trauma of beating Emerald Weapon, purely because you get Master Summon, Command and Magic Materia without having to do any leveling for it. That combination with HP Absorb is one of the greatest tactics you can use. Instrumental artist is saying equipping Cloud with Mime and Mimicking on this slash gets through the battle fairly quickly. It can do, but the issue you've got is that no one else can copy the moves, and it only takes one moment for Emerald to completely kill your Carty off. So it's a difficult one to balance on. Omni Slash is more powerful, don't get me wrong, I agree with you, but it can be tricky if you get it wrong. That's one thing I will say. Well, first we're saying that there's one boss apparently in Lightning Returns. on the 13th day where you had to stay in the air for the whole thing by manipulating your attacks, or else it was an instant death. That doesn't sound like a hard boss, it just sounds like a cheap boss. I hate when you have games like that where the challenge is manipulating your environment, not an actual challenge at beating the game. It's like Castlevania 3 on the NES where you had the floors that constantly broke underneath you. So how strong is Sid with magic? Not as powerful as Cloud or Barret, but then again, Barret does have the magic plus material equipped. I've no idea how much damage I've caused so far. Interesting fact about this boss actually. I don't know if any people know this, but Emerald Weapon is actually weak against gravity. I don't quite understand that, but I'm not altogether not sure how it would be a good strategy to play either. I suppose you could Quadra Magic it, but would you be able to do it quickly enough to be able to get the damage up? Instrumental Astro is saying that Omega Weapon for Final Fantasy VIII is probably the most difficult challenge he's faced in a Final Fantasy game. I'm surprised at that, because I actually didn't think that much of Omega Weapon. Especially once I realised that you could make him weak against the Armour Zero thing, Meltdown move, using Doom Train. If you've got Zell and Squall with the Lionheart Limit Break and Zell's Armageddon Fist, when you've used Doom Train, you can win through very easily. He does some annoying moves though, like that really awful, what's it called, Mendigo Flame or whatever it is, that drops all your parties to 1 hit point. That's an extremely annoying move. That's really first we're saying, yeah, he didn't find it that bad to be honest, you can get away with attack and heal and you're good to go. Yeah, I just found it was a case of use Zell, punch rush heal kick, repeat ad infinitum, and at the same time use Lionheart with Squall and Aura and you're sorted. That's from last year saying he never thought of doing it, you should go back and try it. Please do! And if you get some video footage of it, let me know, I'll check it out. Meanwhile, the so-called Mantis has checked in with what looks like Russian, so I can't say much more apart from hello and welcome to the stream, I guess. Oh, we're on to the 7th round of Knights of Round. How many more is it going to take? Phil Smith, will you say global reach? Yes, I hope so. We've had someone from Thailand in the past, I think, and now we've got someone from the Russians getting involved. So thank you all very much for checking out the stream. All you Final Fantasy fans here enjoying this playthrough. And I hope so. Apparently I'm going worldwide according to Phil Smith. It's the internet, we're always worldwide. And of course, everyone is dumber on the internet. Well, especially me. How many more shots can Emerald Weapon take? How many more shots has it got in the armour to come back with? Is the key question.
Yeah, speaking of Final Fantasy VIII Omega Weapon, one of the tactics I used to always do was make sure the characters had that initiative so you could get an attack straight off the gate. One of you uses Aura, one of you uses Doom Train, and then the other one uses spells like, you know, Shell and Protect, and then off you go, and you're pretty much sorted to beat Omega Weapon quite easily, to be honest. Of course, if you want to be really, really cheap to beat Omega Weapon on Final Fantasy VIII, if you have the old PlayStation 1 and you've got Selphie in your party, as soon as you cast Aura on her, open the lid to your computer and just keep doing over her Aura spell until you get the end. Close your lid, select the move, and you win the battle in one turn. That's the ultra cheap strategy. Fabrice saying, hola amigo, and then I don't know. Well, good evening to you. Hola, welcome. Instrumental artistry appears to have fallen down in mentalness there. I think he's heard about my strategy of beating Omega Weapon. Yes, with the old PlayStation 1, that is true. And Fabrice saying it takes 999 times 13. Well, my characters, unfortunately, have not been able to get all the sources to make that actually happen. So I have to do a slightly longer way around. But so far, so good. Touch wood. These Nishmas are getting so annoyed. Let's say we're getting close to we might be getting close to the end, Phil. You're probably not far off. It's 1 billion health points and 13 hits per time. About 7,000, so that's about 91,000 per summon. So that's approximately 11 to 12 summons to finish it off at my current levels. We can't be far off that now. At some point it is going to end. Whether it's going to end with my characters dying or not, I can't say. And of course, how hard is this fight going to be in the remake? Here come the material, here come the Emerald support icons. According to Instrumental Artistry, I must believe we've got Baldella's watching the stream. And Phil Smith says, Emerald Weapon DLC, $8.99. You better bloody not be. I won't be happy if that's the case. An Instrumental Artistry asks, maybe it'll be a Shadow of the Colossus style battle. That'd be quite cool actually if it was like Shadow of the Colossus where you're constantly picking things off. But at the same time, we also know how hard that game is.
just realised that because he's brought his emeralds out, if they all die, he'll do his revenge move. And my characters, aside from Sid, and that's assuming Sid gets healed, will be killed off. So this could be a rather big fail. Oh-ho! You must believe indeed, Scrapple, there it is! It is dead! Gone! Out of here! Woohoo! Emerald Eviscerator! $50,000 AP! And there is the mighty Earth Harp. You only get 50,000 gold, which bizarrely is less than you get by fighting the mover enemies. So you get more gil by fighting movers in the Northern Crater than you do for killing Emerald Weapon. But what do you get for killing Emerald Weapon that you don't get from movers? Serious bragging rights. And Emerald Special Artist is saying, ding dong, Emerald Weapon's dead. Indeed he is. Huzzah! Right, time to save, get some rest, and then go into the desert for even more battling. That was literally right at the most important point, purely because had I not got Emerald Weapon with Sid then, he would have done his Revenge Stomp and then the Air Tam Storm. Now that move is Materia Storm backwards, meaning that how much materia you have, you get 1 damage for every single materia. So if you have 9 or more, you die instantly, and there's no way to save it. That's why I deliberately undersold the amount of materia that I have available. But look at that, Knights of Round is now level 4 already. Phoenix is already at level 4 as well. And Neo Bahamut is already at level 4. And that's from one fight. Let's get some more material leveled up. Might as well take full advantage of this. And in the meantime, Mr. Alvarez is saying, Master Materia, here we come. Indeed, I absolutely adore Master Materia. Who doesn't adore Master Materia? It's absolutely superb. So now that we've got the Earth Harp, we can go off and get some special items from the Calm Traveller. And this guy is right here. Go up the stairs and we can present him with a special item in return for some truly amazing gifts. He trades the Earth Harp for free Master Materia. Where he gets the Master Materia from is anyone's guess.
And there they are. Master Magic. Underwater materials of absolutely no use to me now, so I might as well get rid of that. Now, what happens when you put added effect with master materia? Nothing! It doesn't work. How crazy is that? You've got all the materia in the world and it doesn't make a difference. It doesn't make a single jot of difference. How sad is that? All the master magic works, but added effect doesn't work. So, deep breath, it's time to take on Ruby Weapon. Now, I did remember a cheat on this where you could actually exploit the game by deliberately killing off your own characters. I've never actually tried it, but I'm pretty sure that if you do it, it immediately means that he puts his tentacles in the ground. I've never actually tried it. That's right, Instrumental Artistry, that's correct. Basically, in Ruby Weapon, unless you're prepared to spend for absolutely ever, you'll find that your character... Oh! If that hits, that'll kill him. But it hasn't hit him. Let's try that again. Ah, it's not working on Barrett. Barrett can't be killed. I'm sure I've seen a video of this. If it doesn't work, then it's just a massive fail. Ha ha ha! If this hits, we're all dead. That would have been hilarious.
Well, someone called Cloud Strife, nice name, saying hi on the stream. Good evening, welcome to the stream. So now with those characters dead, yep, I have Phoenix, that's perfect. That's exactly what I wanted. So now that I've got the characters done, I'm going to create this as a backup save. Just in case it works. If it doesn't work, it doesn't really matter. But if it does work, then that'll be very interesting. Yeah, he's put his tentacles straight up, which means I can go... Ooh, he's drained 400 of the MP, the bastard. Wow, this guy's really proven a bastard today, isn't he? Yes, 800 damage. Wow. That's got to be the weakest Omni Slash I've ever seen. For God's sake. And so Glasser is right. I do not have the I don't have ultimate weapon equipped. So it's nothing to do with the damage, it's just that he's mightily strong as physical damages. I've always loved this summon. Thing is, he's proving almost impervious to damage for some reason. Ah, but the knights are doing the damage, so that's the main thing. Of course, normally, whenever you use Knights of Round, he counter-attacks with either Ultima or Comet 2. But thanks to Black Cauldron, it paralyses him. best thing is, because of the way it works, you can just use W summon now. Theoretically, you shouldn't be able to get another attack in. I say theoretically for a reason. $191 damage! Get in there! I said, I don't actually know how much health Ruby Weapon has. I don't think it's as much as Emerald. Because the idea is that you beat Ruby Weapon first to get the Gold Chocobo, and then you beat Emerald Weapon to get the Master Materia. But it's nice that they did actually put in a key weakness in the super bosses. They put one weakness in it. With Ruby Weapon, it's the fact that you can paralyse him. With Emerald Weapon, much less useful, the fact that he's weak against gravity. The thing is, it doesn't allow you to absorb a quarter of his health, unfortunately, like the spell would let you normally do. Otherwise, it'd be the easiest battle in the world. Yeah, I just think that Ruby Weapon's got severely strong physical defense. So again, I don't know if Ruby Weapon's actually going to get another shot at me now. I really don't know. If it is the case that he can't get a shot at me, then this is how you fight him. You have to survive that early onslaught where his tentacles take all your MP and his beam attacks are deadly. If you manage to get through it though, using the HP absorb trick with this W summon approach, you might be able to beat him. I have heard of people actually beating Ruby Weapon without materia. Now, I can only think of one way to do it, which would be to have a million dazers and loads of hero drinks, and hopefully get your character to one of the most ridiculously overpowered demigods
so that your limit breaks do enough damage. I can't think of any other way to do it. On the stream, Instrumental Artist saying that he's heard the strategy of Hero Drinks too. I said I've never tried it myself. I don't think I've lost 10 seconds of a tried that strategy, to be honest. But definitely an alternate one out there. It's always cool to see alternate strategies on how to beat these. And Instrumental Artist is saying that it seems like a pain. Yeah, that's another reason not to try it. Whereas this strategy might be a bit repetitive, ultimately it works. And as I say, I've never actually tried the kill your characters before you go into battle mode before, but now I know that it works. For those of you who wonder why you do that, well, before the tentacles are in the ground, he's actually in peerless state and takes 0 damage no matter what you throw at him. You can throw Omni Slash, Knights of the Round, Quadramagic Battlement 0, you can do whatever you want. It won't make any difference. And what makes it worse is if you attack him when he's got that mode on, your character gets sucked away by Whirl Sand and kicks out of the battle. That doesn't make it fun. This might seem like a cheap strategy, but it's legit. At least I'm not using the infinite limit breaks technique. None of it would help me much, actually, now I think about it, because again, how much damage was I doing with Omni Slash? 800? Per slice? Woo! See, it's just got to keep plugging away. It's the same strategy. Just got to keep plugging away with it. Chipping away slowly at the outer armour of the exoskeleton. Again, the hard part of this is you have to get a master mime. It takes 100,000 AP to master a mime, so you need to get at least 200,000 in order to be able to use this strategy. But the payoff is worth it. I've absolutely no idea what damage has been done to this boss now. I've actually lost count. I'm not even sure if I was keeping count in the first place. All I will say is that it's slowly being plugged away at. Those of you out there watching, what is actually your hardest super boss? What do you think has been the hardest boss to fight as an optional extra? Because I'm going to put an unexpected hat into the ring for mine. I'm going to say Ragu Rakala from Wild Arms 2. Oh good lord, is that a hard fight! And there he goes! He's down! And well, you can call it cheap. Wow. How many terriers are getting born here? And there is the Desert Rose. And so that very much is the end of the bonus missions on this game. The only things I've not done is getting the ultimate weapon for Vincent. Not done that yet. And in general, just leveling up like a boss to get some of the best.
But I do want to end with a bit of a Brucey bonus for tonight's stream for you. I want to actually show off something that I found on the game, which is you can play the game from the very, very beginning without having to worry about using any other weapons, because, unbelievably, you can get from the very start any limit break that you want. So I want to show you just what it's like to play the game that way. Now in the interim, because I'm looking to get some more materials up to master, that's only got 8,000 to go now. You can see the difference has been made. Just master, 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 master. Absolutely crazy. Before we do it, I want to just show off what happens when it comes to getting the chocobo. Because this is very much the game, not quite 100%ed, there's still a few things to do, but they're the two main side quests done. And yes, my Ruby weapon strategy is cheap, no doubt about it, but when you've got an enemy that's that strong, being cheap is to be expected. Hey! And here it comes, up a set of stairs. And he just walks down some stairs casually, and this woman's like, What chocobo? What are you talking about? So, for those of you out there watching, you've just seen the old getting the gold chocobo the way without raising it. It's a pain because you have to fight and kill Ruby weapon, which is not easy. But what I want to do is I want to show off now, just a bit of a bonus, what happens when you play the game using its most broken feature. This is a game I started where I've deliberately put on fast mode and limit break mode. So here we are on the other side of the train graveyard, where you can't go anywhere because the trains are still backed up. You can literally just run through the game with infinite limit breaks. And
get your levels up very quickly indeed. Of course, what you might have noticed is that the enemies here at the moment are exactly the same as the #1 reactor. So there's not much point in terms of levelling up to stay here, but needless to say, you can run through a lot of the game very, very quickly indeed. Thank you, Cloud. It's amazing to see how quickly you can blow through the game with this, on this mode active. So yes, not going to carry it on because, as I say, you've seen all that part of the game before. But what I will say is that the game is a lot of fun when you can explore it and exploit it and do whatever you like with it. But that very much is that in terms of Final Fantasy VII. There's not much else I can really show you. So, all I want to say is thank everybody who's been checking out the streams. I will be back tomorrow night, where I will be starting for the first time my playthrough of the good old game Wild Arms 3. I've never played it. I played Wild Arms 1, I played Wild Arms 2. I've even played a bit of Wild Arms 4 before it broke. The game code in the UK version meant that it never, ever was able to be played. So, I want to play the game I've never tried. I've heard great stories about it, and I'm definitely going to be back for more. But until then, thank you all very much for checking out this bonus stream. I will see you all tomorrow night. Take care, and good night.